Do we have here? We have Queenslayer by Sebastien de Castell, and this is the fifth book in the Spellslinger series. I have to say that I love this series. Part of it is because of Reichis, which is a squirrel cat, and I love him and how sassy he is. One of the main things that makes me love this series so much is that we have a Kellen who is a character that he's not a hero. He calls himself a coward more than once, and there is lots of things that he does. He wants to save his own skin. Sometimes he doubts about what he has to do. He doesn't have this very nice way of looking at himself because he carries this black mark in his eye called the shadow black, and because of that everyone wants to kill him or maim him or place a bounty hunter on his head. And he has been living rogue for like 2 years now, and he has learned how to be alone by himself with the only company of Reichis, the squirrel cat that I said before. And he has grown into a person who doesn't easily trust others, because when he does, he finds himself betrayed, and also because he kind of holds himself apart from people because he doesn't want to have any kind of relationship where he can be blamed because he has a shadow black, and he thinks that the shadow black is going to consume him, and the devil on his soul it's going to overcome who he is, and he tries to find a way to cure himself from this malady. And he's exactly the anti-hero because he only wants to survive, he only wants to fix himself, but he's so relatable because he has this whole family that doesn't love him because he isn't enough. He is, but his family expected something different from him. So he has been held all his life to those standards that he cannot achieve because he's different, he's another kind of person. And I love that he tries to find his own way, but somehow you see him falter at the same time, because sometimes you want the approval of the people that should love you the most, like your parents or your sister. And I love to see that Kellen is so human that despite the fact that he says, I don't need you, I don't need anybody, inside himself he recognizes that he wants love, that he wants to be accepted for who he is. And I think that for this and lots of things, I love Kellen and I love this series so much. So what we have in this one? In this one we are going to find the opening sequence, if you want to call it like that. There is a battle between Kellen and another guy, and he wins the battle, but as always something happens and he finds himself a prisoner of the Daroman Empire, and he is brought before their queen, who is an 11-year-old girl who is said to have a 2000 spirit inside of her, that it's like the spirit that goes passed down from generation of rulers. And he's going to find himself in this kind of castle where there's a lot of political intrigues, of betrayals, of twists, of people backstabbing each other, and Kellen is going to find himself there, and he's going to be thinking, oh my god, my life was so easy before, I don't want to be here, I don't care for these people, I want to live. And I want to be on my own again with Reichis, and I want to be, being me. But there's going to be a lot of things that are going to put Kellen in an ever harder position, and he's going to decide to stay, even if maybe not willingly, to help the queen and to help a countess called Marianne, and he's going to be thrown into the middle of this political succession intrigues. And this book is amazing because there is a lot of twists and a lot of things that you don't see coming. Some of them you see them coming and you say, that's it. But then there's another twist and it's like, oh come on, I didn't see that one coming. If you have loved the previous 4 books, I think this one is even best. It's even better than them. And I have just devoured this book because it was amazing. I just couldn't stop reading. It's amazing to see how Sebastien de Castell writes these books with very short chapters that end like in sort of cliffhangers, or maybe not cliffhangers, but you want to know what happens next, so you cannot stop reading. And I love how Kellen has grown through all the books, and I love the position he is in now in this book in the beginning. The fact that I said before when I was talking about him that he is a rogue, he's a loner, he doesn't want to have any kind of meaningful relationship because he helps himself like he's less than he should be, because that's what he's been taught. And I love how he's began to be flippant about it, how he's beginning to see the wall around him, and he has this way of seeing things. And I love how Reichis just balances him, and the two of them make this amazing team in which, you know, they're counterparts, and it's amazing. It's like night and day, like moon and the sun, and it's amazing how well they work together. And I love all the intrigues and all the characters that you have in this book, because the less expecting one, it's the one that's going to stab you in the back, on the back, sorry. And I love how all the characters are so fully fleshed that you believe that they are real. And I believe that even if there are some topics thrown around, like Leonidas, this big warrior, this big soldier who is so full of himself, even him, he has like unexpected things around him, and there's a lot of characters that I love in this book, and I love the story and the pace of the story and how it never stops gripping your attention and you want to know more and you want to keep on reading. So if you have loved the Spellslinger series up to this book, you are going to love this one. And I can't believe there is only one more book until this series finishes, because I am in love with this world, with the spellcaster that Kellen is, and with every faction and every unexpected twist that we find. That sometimes you see relations between, I don't know, Kellen and his sister, and you think they're going to be back to when they were young and they trusted each other, but then something happens and you see how all was a manipulation, or maybe not, or was it? I love that Sebastien de Castell has this way of always keeping you on your toes, second guessing everything, and even when you think that you got it, you haven't got it. He takes the rook out of your feet, under your feet, and it's like, oh my god, what's going on? Yeah, I really recommend this book if you like young adolescent fantasy, but dark fantasy. There's going to be like very bloody scenes. We're going to have Reichis, as always, eating eyeballs, and we are going to find Kellen in dark places he has never been before, adopting himself. We are going to have stronger characters, weak ones, and we are going to have all this kind of fighting, of, as I say, second guessing, trying to be better. We are going to find lots of things in this book that are going to speak to you in a way that I find that not other books have done. I mean, this series is amazing. As I said before, I love that Kellen is not your prototype of a hero, but he is a guy, a normal guy, who is being pioneering for things that he has not done. He hasn't chosen to have the shadow black on his face. He hasn't chosen not to be able to use magic, where he comes from a powerful line of magic users. I love how he has to find his own worth and scream, "This is me, I am valid." I love that this topic is raised in this book about, I might not be what you expect me to be, but I am me, and I'm worthy, and I'm just now, you know, I'm going to remain here, and I'm going to do what I think I have to do. And I love that sometimes he isn't as strong as he may wish to be, and that sometimes he fails, and I love that he just keeps trying. And yeah, ready, because I only can say good things about this series. So thank you for watching. Bye.